Here in a couple of weeks, the Gundam Card Game is coming out, and I'm really excited because this past weekend, I got to play it.
General Romeo coming in, begin transmission. Should you accept it now, here's your mission. Take your pilot seat and turn on your television. Logging into the Gundam Watch. What is a Gundam? We're gonna answer that question. From back in the classics to the newer expansion. Explore the lore with Dallas Moore and Branson. Welcome to the Gundam Watch. Where you got it, come and join the Gundam Watch. 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 Brought to you by Geek Devotions comes another podcast to keep your feet in motion. Listening close and see what's all the commotion. Logging into the Gundam Watch. Dallas and Branson bringing their fandom to you with the passion of the veteran instructing the new. We're diving deep, but this ain't B's Views and Reviews. Welcome to
Hello Gundam fans and those who would like to become Gundam fans. Welcome to the Gundam Watch. This is the podcast where we look at Mobile Suit Gundam all the time. And once you guys know, this is part of the Geek Devotions Podcast Network, a podcast network of Gundam, a network of podcasts that are devoted to letting people know they love. So if you don't watch this moment, so we love you, care about you. There's a plan and purpose for your life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm distracted by my chat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a different recording session because we're actually recording this live while we stream over on Geek Devotions. Every Monday night, we have a play and pray on Geek Devotions, and we're live right now. I got my homegirl, Apple Dance. Where's the film clapper? Exactly. Actually, Apple, since you're asking about the clacker, I got one. Just need some chalk for it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Stacy goes, is that a Batman light? It is a Batman light. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we are going to be talking about the Gundam Card Game. I'm really excited about this because this past weekend, I got to play it. Several card shops across the nation were having special event where you're giving a demo deck. It's not a real deck, but it's a demo deck to teach people how to play the game, which honestly I think is a really smart strategy to get people involved in the game. And so what we're going to do with this podcast episode is I'm going to show you the decks that I got. I got two decks with me, and I'm going to walk you guys through kind of the basics of the game, what it is, and we'll look at some of the stuff on the website also and see it. So if you're one of those ones who are audio only, as far as the podcast is concerned, you may want to watch the video side of things. Cool? Let's jump over to our extra screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are, and these are the decks. Now, when you get a deck, there'll be several things attached to it, apparently. These are tokens and counters, and these come and play later in the game for different things. What's interesting, though, is there are other tokens that you'll see. So I'm going to get these out of the way. Let's do this we'll do this. There are two decks that you're given. You're given a deck that is blue and white, and a deck that is green and red. That's what we were given for the demo. The blue and white is kind of your, if you play Magic the Gathering, it's like playing blue, okay? If you play the green and red, this is kind of like playing red in Magic the Gathering. So this is like a lot of like nope cards, structure, building stuff in here. It's a slower game. This is very aggro. This is like, big baddies, roar. So the fact that these were the demos was actually a really smart move, in my opinion, on the side of Bandai. Now, Jason in the chat, he goes, card games are fun, but they drain your wallet. And they can. At the moment, we're not really sure what the release schedule is. I'm hoping they won't be too bad. He goes, I would know. It just happened with me in Transformers. My dude. Baba says, blue deck has salvo. Exactly. So let's look at this blue deck here. And in the decks you guys have, you guys will notice you have these different colored backs, and each one is for a different reason. So let's look at these red cards first. These are what you call resources. All right, if you're playing Magic the Gathering or if you're playing Pokemon, this would be your energy or your mana. Every one of these things is important, and I'll talk about the structure of that here in a second. And next thing you have here are these yellow cards. And the yellow cards, this is interesting. You have things called EX resource. You have a base, EX base. And then you have 3 token cards. That's what you have out of this. And so in the blue and white deck, your 3 token cards are the Gundam, the gun cannon, and the gun tank. And the reason why this is interesting is that there is a when the full game comes out, there will be a version of the decks that you can get that will have actual miniature tokens, from my understanding, that you can paint up and do what you want to do. So this is kind of capturing that whole model market at the same time if you want to, but you don't actually have to have that. And the reason why is because there are cards you have that you can summon this RX-78. Let me see if I can hold it up like this, because the art's pretty nice. It doesn't really work too well this way. But you can actually summon this RX-78 multiple times. So that's what these are. This EX resource, we'll get into this here in a second. So on the back side of things, you then have all of your cards, which is a combination of unit cards, pilot cards, and then you also have, coming over here, command cards. And the way this works out is this. You have your unit cards. These are cards you can throw out just however you need to. And you are not play to, if you have the right stuff to play, and you can do battle. However, if you pair it with a pilot, and that's an appropriate pilot, because you can't just throw any pilot into a mobile suit, obviously. It gets special buffs. It gets certain things that take place. And then these command cards, these are like your instants in Magic the Gathering. They just take place and do certain things. Barely Biblical says, I love how clean the card faces are. They really are. Like these are nice. And again, these are the sample cards. When we were playing this past weekend, there was a group of people next to us. They managed to get the official beta versions, and oh my goodness, guys, they are beautiful. They are great. So let's talk about the setup real quick. Now, at the thing, they gave us this sample mat, and it's kind of like in Pokemon. It's when you buy a starter deck from Pokemon or something like that, it'll come with a sheet of paper that explains all the rules and everything. I appreciate this so much because they want to go out of the way to make sure you know what's happening here, okay? But we're going to flip it on the back side. And this is your battle arena, if you will. And the way this works out is, first off, you take your resource cards, and all you do is you put them in the resource area right here. As you play each turn, you will flip over a resource card. Every resource card you have in play equals your level. And that's going to come in part here in a second. Barry Biblical says, take care of them, sleeve those ASAP. I am working on that, my friend. I really am. Even though they say sample and not for sale, so they're not the official. Like I can't play this in a tournament or anything like that. But you know, somebody's gonna want these demo decks eventually. You know. Now these yellow cards right here, what they tell you to do is the token cards. Go ahead and just toss them to the side. You will use them later in the game. This EX base here, this is your basic base. Everyone gets this on the front end, and you put it over here in your base area. And you guys notice here. Let me use this card. You have 2 numbers. The base is 0-3. All right. This Gundam is a 3-3. What that means is 0 attack, 3 health. This RX, 3 attack, 3 health. Real simple. Real simple. So I'll put that there and put this here. This EX resource, this is something interesting. If you are the second player, you roll, see who goes first. If you go second, you get to have a resource right off the bat. I'm not sure why, it's just what happens here. However, if you activate this resource, it's a one-time use and it goes to your trash and your level automatically goes down. Jason goes, I have 2 different Magic the Gathering like Bible-based card games right now. Really? That's pretty cool, man. Okay, so we have that. Now we grab these cards right here. And what you do is after you shuffle everything up, you take your top 6 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you place these cards face down over here on this side of things. And these are your shields. So you have a base and then you have shields. And we'll get into that here in a second. You then draw 6 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you put the rest in your deck area. And the way the game works out is you will look at the cards you have here. Okay. So at the start of your play, we'll just have them all out here for you guys to see. At the beginning of your turn, let's say I'm the second player. I already have one here. I'm going to go ahead and at the start of my round, I put a resource down and I draw a card and add it to my hand, okay? Because I have 2 resources, I'm level 2. So I'll look at my cards. First off, top of the card here, you'll see the level 2. You'll see a 2 here. If you guys can't see it, that's a little hard to see with my camera acting the way it is. But it's Mula Flaga. However, he is a pilot. Pilots can't go out first. So I'm looking for a mobile suit. At the moment, I don't have a mobile suit in my hand that's a level 2. So we're going to cheat a little bit and grab a level 2 mobile suit from another stack. Because I mixed these up on accident. We'll get them figured out here in a second. There we go. Get this gem out. Okay, so I have this gem. It's a level 2 gem. All right, and you see the cost is 1. So what that means is if I wanted to play this gem, all I would do is lay the card down, tap a resource, tap mana, if you will, and then I can play them out. When they first come out, they have summoning sickness, basically. They can't attack the first round. Unless I were to automatically attach a pilot to it, which you have to play the cost, which cost is 1 for this. And that's how that plays out. It's a really simple putting things out on the ground. Barely Biblical says the current DBZ card game has a similar resource card like that. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing from a lot of people. It's for balancing the first play. That makes sense. I can definitely see that. So that's how you get your cards out. Now, what's interesting to me in this card game is your targeting system. I can either target another person's unit, or I can target directly at them. And this becomes where you got to strategize. You got to think through what's the best thing to do. Do they have something on the field that they can use the right way or not? There's another card. Again, some of my cards got mixed up when we're bringing them back home, so I apologize. But some of you guys may recognize this from the Witch from Mercury cards. The Demi Trainer. Some cards have blocking. So if I'm attacking straight the base, and this is not what they call rested, which is where it's been used, I can block the base from being hit. So there's a lot of strategy that begins to go into play here as you begin to look at what's on the field. If I take out this base, and it's gone, we'll put it in the trash pile. The next target will be the shields. And so what you'll do is you'll attack. I will lift up the one shield and pop it out. It would have been a strike freedom. Okay, that goes to my trash can. Next shield, boom, it's a GM. Next shield, boom, Kai. All right, next shield. I'm looking for one that has what's called burst. And none to do. Oh, here we go. So this right here, this card right here from Witch from Mercury, it has something called burst. Burst is what takes place whenever a card is revealed from the shield side, and basically has an instant activation. It does whatever it needs to do automatically. And so these shield cards could be something good, or they could have a boost, a burst that changes the game. My first round I had, we had a burst card. The guy attacked my shields. And my burst card, my first shield came out was another base. It was a white base. And I was able to drop it and automatically block his incoming attacks. As a whole, the game is actually pretty well balanced, in my opinion. Especially with the way they built these two decks. The two decks they had available for us to play with, they were really well balanced against each other. Again, this one requires a lot of kind of planning, of thinking. There's, like I said, note cards. And there's so much more to this game than just what we're looking at here. Again, the people next to me, I was so glad, guys, that I was able to sit with those other people, because they had some amazing, and I mean amazing looking cards. And I want to take you guys real quick to the website so you guys can kind of see a little bit of what those cards look like, okay? So give me 1 second so I can switch position over to that. Okay, here we are. We're on the website now. And it's Gundam/GCG.com. And all kinds of stuff taking place. We'll look at the cards here. I'm excited about these cards. I really am. And I hope some of you guys in the chat, hope you guys are excited about them too, because this is really some fascinating stuff taking place here. You can do a card search where you can talk about unit, pilot, command cards, which are like your instance, a base card, resources, all kinds of stuff. Excuse me. And I mean, just taking a look at these, they have stuff from everywhere. They have special versions of other cards, which, you know, that just adds to a card game when you have your variants that are really good. Stream sticker just came up. Barely says so clean. They are fresh. They are absolutely fresh, clean. I mean, these are just gorgeous cards. Look at this Char Aznable here. Let's pull this up. Look at that. Look at that art. That is amazing. Absolutely stunning art. Kind of scroll through here. Here's the Archangel, not to confuse with white base. Right? Kind of go through a few more of these for you guys. There was another place on this website earlier. Cards. Nope. What am I looking for, Dallas? Products. Here we go. Products. So they're going to have starter decks coming out pretty soon. Let me go ahead and just open all these in different tabs so you guys can see these real quick. And these will be available July 11th is when these starter decks come out. Okay. You have the Wings of Advance, which is going to be obviously Gundam Wing based. And with the starter kits, you can get, again, the models. All right. So your Gundam Assemble starter set includes miniature size Gundam, or Gunpla. Gundam Assemble are miniature size Gunpla that require assembly by the user. So you're actually going to put these together like they're like mini Gunpla, right? How cool is that? That you put together, you paint them how you need to, and they become your tokens basically for the game. And check out these guys, man. For the Gundam one, you have a Leo, you have a Space Leo, and then you have the stinking Tallgeese. Y'all know me over here at the Gundam Watch. I love me some Tallgeese. I'm excited about that. And then scrolling down, oh, it doesn't show you the cards. Oh, I was hoping it would show you the cards. But other way, guys, like the special edition version of this set is going to be apparently MSRP $35. That's not bad. Comes with a 50 card deck, 10 resource cards, 8 tokens, paper damage counter, role play sheet, and a bonus pack. Like that's not bad for a new set, right? Another set they're going to have out is Xeon Rush, which obviously is going to be based around the Xeon. They're going to be highlighting specifically. I can't remember the name of the card. Somebody help me out here, but it's the one from Unicorn, and then Char's Zaku 2. And then your models they look like just plain Zakus, which just look sick as all get out to play with. Barely goes, oof. Bottom shelf, John, what's up, man? Gundam Moon, a Shoujo Shonen. We all want but we'll never get. That's so funny. So now the base price for the starter pack, which is 50 card deck, 10 resource cards, token, and a bonus pack, is only $12. 12 though. Barely Big says that's double what I'd have thought. Really? That's more than you thought? Because I'm looking at like starter packs for like Pokemon that have a lot of the same stuff, and they don't have these things. They don't have like, and this is the $35 comes with these models also. That's the thing. They come with models. I think that's pretty fair when you're including models and stuff into it. All right, and then we have Seed Strike, which obviously is dealing with Gundam Seed. Come on down here. And then they have the various versions of the Strike for your models. I mean, this is kind of lit. Battle Vehicles, that's great for $12. Yeah, exactly. So those are what we have going on. And like I said, I'm genuinely excited about the game. Celeste and I genuinely had a lot of fun playing this game the other day. They're also going to have, starting in July, booster packs coming out. MSRP is going to be $5 a booster pack. And it's called New Type Rising, which, you know, it's going to be fun. We'll see what comes up when we click on this link real quick. Yeah, New Type Rising. So they're going to focus on Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, Unicorn, and the Witch from Mercury. Again, $5 a pack. One pack has 12 plus one card, so I'm assuming it's going to be a promo card, some sort of special thing. So there's a lot of really cool things taking place with the card game, and I'm genuinely excited to see what takes place here. So that's what we have for you guys today. Those are my thoughts. Again, the game's fun. It was really easy to play, and once you understood what was happening, super intuitive. And if you've got the chance to play the plays before, whether you got the actual official betas earlier or you got to go to one of the special events, let me know your thoughts on it. And if this is down the road and you're just now finding this, let me know what you guys think of the game. I love it, and I hope that you guys enjoy it too. So until next time, stay devoted. Peace and love.